Hey guys, Jozai's here with some really good info for you right before the release of Elden Ring. And with that being said, I noticed most of my viewers are not subscribed. Make sure you're subscribed. You're not going to want to miss some really good Elden Ring content I have planned coming up for y'all. A quick warning, there's a very minor spoiler in this video. To give some detail on that, it's just some screenshots of a weapon infusion. So if you don't want to miss it or hear about it, then you may want to back out now. Sorry guys. But now let's get into Arcane. There's some videos and posts all over social media of people saying that Arcane is the worst stat in the game. I'm not here to flame anybody, I just want to clear this up before the release of Elden Ring, just in case some of you guys are thinking of using Arcane class. They even said that the meta starting class is going to be Vagabond just due to the fact that it has the lowest Arcane. And don't get me wrong, Vagabond is a really good class. But I could think of a couple reasons why I highly doubt he's going to be the meta class, but that's for a whole nother video. Let's get straight to the point. Let's get to Arcane. So this is what it says in the closed network test, and the first thing that says attribute governing discovery, which is basically luck to find items or item discovery in the past Souls games, which is not, I don't think they thought this through because there's a respec system. So if there's a really rare item, you can just level up Arcane with any class, by the way. And then once you find the item, you can just respec your character, making basically the item discovery part of the stat useless. So if you're making a Arcane build just based on item discovery or luck, then you're making a really bad decision. Also affects death resistance. Everyone is comparing this to Curse in Dark Souls 3, but we don't know what it does exactly and how good it could be. We don't know if there's weapons with it or in PvP how it's crazy gonna be. Imagine getting hit by like a really weak fast weapon once or twice and you completely die because you have extremely low Arcane. Now you start thinking, maybe I should level up Arcane just to have more resistance on death because it's kind of meta right now. But again, we don't know, so this is just something to think about. Now let's talk about something that's a little more important, and that's a required stat. There's going to be spells that require a certain amount of Arcane for you to use it. There's also going to be weapons that scale off Arcane. Take that katana from the closed network tech, for example. We don't know how good the scaling will be since the closed network test wasn't the full game, so that's something to consider. But let's say you need 16 Arcane to use a spell that may be considered meta, then Vagabond will actually be the worst class to start off with. Again, that's just an example. Now of course, let's save the best for last. I know many of you already seen from the closed network test footages, certain Ashes of War give infusion to weapons. But not all infusions have been shared yet. There's been many data miners showing off some infusions, spells, and crazy stuff. But thanks to Straight Curtis and his Discord group, I gathered some information to be able to prove to you guys that Arcane will not be so useless like everyone else thinks. There's a Bloody infusion and an Occult infusion that both give Arcane scaling. At first I thought it was like the new Dark and made weapons scale off faith in it together, but I was completely wrong. This is why we can't assume things based on previous Souls games. I want to point out that both these photos are from an unupgraded longsword, so you can ignore the numbers because we don't know the stats of the player and we don't know if the scaling will change a little bit when the full game releases. We don't know exactly what Occult does, but seeing this means the Arcane builds can be viable. You have access to bloody weapons, Occult weapons, and a good chance of finding a nice Arcane spell. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that the Ash of War that gives Occult to the weapon has life steal. Yeah, what about that? If you didn't watch Easy Ally's deep dive on Elden Ring, check out this clip right here.
And from him I bought Cestus's
okay.
fist
Punchies,
weapons.
yeah.
Because I had found somewhere else an Ash of War called Lifesteal Fist.
Oh.
And so you push L2 to do Ashes of War that you can put on weapons at a blacksmith, which I'll get into in a second. And that one is really slow, but if you hit a guy with it,
Does lifesteal?
you lifesteal.
Sweet.
But anyways, I hope this video helps out. If you want to talk about Elden Ring, I have a Discord I'm trying to grow, links in the description. Straight Curtis's Discord is also in the description. I have a Twitch too, by the way, where I sometimes host fight clubs, and I plan to do the same thing in Elden Ring. So follow me on there if you don't want to miss those, if you're interested in some PvP. Well, that's all for now, so until Elden Ring, guys.